Alright, I said I might do Infernities next time, with that being in this video, but there has been a slight change of plans. I've actually decided in forward which archetypes I'm going to review for this season. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this thing seasonally, and after I do one season of archetype analysis, and then I'm gonna do one season of School of the OTK, each being containing of 16 videos, and I'm going to do that kind of like substitution. One season of the School of the OTK and one season of archetype analysis, and so on and so forth. So yeah, today we're actually going to be looking at our first Zexal archetype, that being Star Seraphs. Those are fairy type monsters, level 4 light fairy type monsters, which focus on XC spamming, since this was kind of a thing about Zexal, they introduced it. They were used by Derbe in the anime of Zexal, and he was the second Barian Emperor. So yeah, let's see how well... He was pretty strong actually in the anime, so let's see how these machines, well not machines, fairies of his hold out today, in today's Link era. They have lots of special summonings effects, and the prime example of this is their first monster, Star Seraph Sage, a level 4 fairy light monster, like I already said, and its effect is once per turn you can send one spell card from your hand to your graveyard to special summon one Star Seraph monster from your hand. So this is kind of a replica of an archetypal summoner monk, I would believe. Well, a worse one, because it only special summons from the hand, not the deck like the regular summoner monk does. But this is rarely a problem, because all of these Star Seraph monsters pretty much have special summoning effects. So yeah, next one also has that, and he is Star Seraph Scale. And its effect reads, when this card is special summoned, you can special summon one Star Seraph monster from your hand. Then you can place one light monster from your graveyard on top of your deck. An Xyz monster that was summoned using 3 or more monsters, including this card on the field as Xyz materials, gains this effect. Once per turn, while this card has Xyz material, if a monster is special summoned from the hand, immediately draw one card. Okay, the draw effect is a bit too specific, but it's actually really good. Once per turn you can go +1. The top decking effect is kind of weird here, but it serves its purpose. But yeah, this is an overall really good card. It's searchable by Nova Summoner and Shining Angel, which is actually really good. Those two are staples in this deck. And yeah, nothing else pretty much to say about this. Let's go on to the next monster, which is Star Seraph Scepter. I believe this is their strongest monster in terms of attack point value. Could be wrong, we'll see later. Alright, when this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Star Seraph monster from your deck to your hand, except Star Seraph Scepter. An Xyz monster that was summoned using 3 or more monsters, including this card on the field as Xyz material, gains this effect. When it is Xyz summoned, you can target one other card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, draw one card. So this is actually another really good effect. And you can probably see the mechanic of Star Seraphs. They're trying to produce 3 of them to go into their Xyz monster, because it requires 3 Xyz materials. But the Xyz summon effect is actually really nice, because you can pop a free card and then draw one card, go +1. So yeah, this is actually a really nice effect. To follow to this, there is a certain monster that benefits from being special summoned, which we'll get into later. So yeah, next up we have Star Seraph Scout. When it is normal summoned, you can special summon one Star Seraph monster from your hand. Well, this is not that great, because it relies on normal summoning, and it also summons only from the hand, which is kind of a damperage on its effect. But then again, there is a certain monster that benefits from special summoning, so this restriction is kind of this restriction isn't that much of a big deal, since the next monster we'll actually look at has some things to say about this, and that being the Star Seraph Sovereignty. A chair, yeah, I know. and cannot be used as an Xyz material for an Xyz summon except for an Xyz summon that uses 3 or more monsters as Xyz materials. Wow, that is so specific. If you normal or special summon a Star Seraph monster, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do draw 1 card, then you can special summon it if it is a Star Seraph monster. So yeah, this is a monster that benefits really well from special summoning. It lets you plus, and it also lets you +2 on the field if you draw a Star Seraph monster. So yeah, all of these have special summon effects, as I said. And yeah, there is still one monster which does not have this effect, and that is Star Seraph Sword. Once per turn you can send 1 Star Seraph monster from your hand to the graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the original attack of the sent monster until the end phase. Yeah, complete loss of synergy with the rest of its archetype, except sending Star Seraph, except sending the monsters with the same name to the graveyard. It can turn into a biggest beater in the archetype if you send Seraph Scepter to the graveyard. Then it has, I don't know, how much does it have? Around 3,200 attack points, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not good at maths, I'm not that good at maths, so yeah. This, I would advise running it at 2, because it actually can get rid of some of your problematic monsters. So yeah, this is the last of their main deck support. So let's go on into their final 2 Xyz monsters and their final 2 cards. The first one being number 102, Star Seraph Sentry. It requires 3 level 4 light monsters, and once per turn you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card and target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, halve its attack, also negate its effects. If this face-up card on the field would be destroyed, you can detach all of its Xyz materials instead. And if you do, any battle damage you take this turn is halved. Well, this is actually a decent effect, since it halves the attack points. It's kind of a better Gale the Whirlwind, if I ever saw one. And targeting, and most monsters have now protection from targeting, but this, in its inception, used to do really much. And yeah, it has some nice protection, if it has Xyz materials, that is. And yeah, now it's time for for their final card. That being number C102, Star's Archfiend Seraph, or Chaos number 102, as it's referred to in the anime. Requires 4 level 5 light monsters, or you know, a rank up magic. If this card would be destroyed, you can detach 2 Xyz materials from this card instead. If the last Xyz material is detached from this card, inflict 1500 damage to your opponent. If this card has a number 102 Star Seraph Sentry as an Xyz material, it gains this effect. Once per turn you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change that target's attack to 0, and if you do, negate its effects. Yeah, I can see this is a straight upgrade over the original. And yeah, it also has some really nice protection for a boss monster. And yeah, you can permanently. So this one is, I think the previous one was also a permanent one. I don't know. Yeah, it was. So yeah, another permanent effect negating and attack dropping to 0, which is really nice. So yeah, nothing pretty much else to say about this. Alright, time for the grades. Consistency. All of their monsters, well except Sword, have special summon effects. All of them are searchable. Well, almost all of them with Shining Angel and all of them with Nova Summoner. So yeah, consistency is generally not a problem. So 3 out of 3 here, since they also have access to cards from the sky. I believe that's what it's called, which is kind of an archetype or Allure of Darkness. But sadly, that card's restricted for special summoning that turn. So yeah, that is kind of a downer. Power. Yeah, Sword can get to some pretty insane attack values. Their Xyz monsters have decent attack values for their ranks, and power is not a problem. So yeah, 2 out of 3, because getting their Xyz monsters if they open up really badly can be sometimes really aggravating. Comeback ability. Now this is a questionable one. Comeback ability purely depends on top decking really certain monsters. Sometimes that being, I think, top decking Scepter can sometimes produce a really nice comeback, and if you have Sovereignty ready in your hand. So yeah, comeback ability, I guess 2 out of 3. It could be nice. Protection. Yeah, their Xyz monsters have some decent protection, but nothing else has protection. So yeah, 1 out of 3, like it's tradition. And as for the versatility, yeah, they're since they are white monsters, they have access to Honest even. So yeah, that is actually gonna be a 2 out of 3 since it does not apply on the Xyz monsters. Oh wait, it does. I thought it was restrictive by levels. Since Xyz monsters don't have levels, I thought it was Honest did not work on them. So yeah, I'll actually throw it at 2 out of 3 in versatility. So yeah, this is actually a really nice archetype. A really small one, but a really nice one as well. So yeah, I've broken the ice with these Exile archetypes. There will be quite a few of them. Well, 2 more, I believe, after these. But next time I'll be doing Infernities, the meta-relevant archetypes. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. There's an update, comment, like, and subscribe. And as usual, I'll upload the next part whenever I can. See you all, have a good day, and peace!